So, in our little bubble here, in our world, because Channel 2 is like a family, and you, our viewers, you are like a family to us as well, every once in a while there's a little bump on the road, and people can be a little less than kind. Or people, what always surprises me is when people take offense to something that's happened on the show when you and I are talking about something very lighthearted, and we're gonna get to that, I think, in some of these comments, because today is Wednesday. We like to call it
What's Your Problem Wednesday. You want to get started?
Sure. So remember when Brandon and I took a little road trip up to Dallas?
Of course.
A couple weeks ago, and you know we love road trips. My mom was raised in a small town in southern Utah. Population 2,000 people. When she moved away, the population actually went down. Because she left.
She left.
She's the fun one, so why would anyone live there anymore, right? So everyone moved away. So my grandparents still live there, but the population had actually dwindled less than 2,000. So it's funny to me when people call me like a city person, because really, you don't know me.
Exactly.
I was raised in Salt Lake City, in the suburbs, not in the city, right? And I spent a lot of time in the small town of Milford, Utah. So anyway, that brings me to this kind message. Comment number one from Dina C. And this came in on Twitter. Dina clicked on her profile. She's a grandma. Thank you, Dina. Hope you're watching right now. And by the way, I'm quoting word for word.
This is not,
So this is not my grammar.
Just pointing it out.
I'm just putting that out there. I was really sad of the review of the West Texas liquor store. Shame on you for being such a city boy and hipster that you can't appreciate the heritage of the state. The heritage of the state. Okay, I highly recommend that you just stay in the city with your electric car and save the miles. So Dina essentially is telling me to go back to where I came from, in the big city.
Right.
And this was in response to when we were chatting on the show about how we needed to find a liquor store to buy some champagne for our friends, and we just stopped off the highway and what did not look like...
It looked like someone's house.
It was someone's house, probably built in the 60s.
Right. But you were able to buy what you needed. Right?
But the heritage of
the state?
So also...
Maybe because we were talking about drive-through liquor stores, we got on a tangent after that. So maybe who knows?
Who knows?
The bigger issue is the grammar. If you're going to insult someone... I'm sorry. Was that rude? I'm sorry.
No. But here's the thing. Even though I've lived in Houston for 3 years, I used to come to Texas all the time because I worked as a reporter, right? Covering stories nationally, internationally.
Yes.
Been to 48 of the 50 states, 6 of the 7 continents, 36 countries. I know small towns. My mom was raised in a small town, lots of time. And I think if anyone can appreciate different cultures, I would probably be that person.
Right.
So we were joking about the funky liquor store off the side of the highway. Dina, didn't mean to get you all bent out of shape, but I hope you have a great time with your grandchildren. You know what else is part of the state's heritage? School.
School.
Grammar school.
Grammar school. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay, what do you have?
Okay, I have this one. This one is, it's sort of, I want to call this a backhanded compliment. Okay? I really like the show, and I'm glad it's lasted for a while, especially since on the first week, I thought it was not going to make it. Vanessa M.
Thank you, Vanessa.
Kind of backhanded, right?
Well, you weren't on the show
I wasn't on it,
week.
so I mean...
She probably means the first week, like, way back 3 years ago.
Yeah, who knows?
I didn't think it was going to last either, Vanessa.
We're with you, girl.
I was like, don't sell the house in L.A. Yeah. You'll be moving back.
She did that 30-day trial period.
But wait, she continues, though, right?
She does. She does. And here it is. The message did continue. One criticism is that there's too much time devoted to wine and creating drinks.
Ooh.
Yes, there's a lot of people that drink, but there's also a lot that do not care for alcohol.
That's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired of seeing so much about alcohol all the time. I'm pretty sure there are other frivolous things that can be shown as well. I do love the hosts, but sometimes the segments about cocktails, like today, are too long and overkill.
Are we sure my mom didn't send in this message?
Maybe.
Because she thinks there's too much booze on the show. You know what? We drink less.
We do.
It's healthier to drink less.
It is, and we do give if you pay attention. You know, sometimes you can't see the forest through the trees, right?
Yeah.
You pay attention. A lot of times we give the mocktail version.
We do.
As well.
We do. I actually talked to my doctor a few years ago. I was like, you know what, should I just stop drinking entirely? And he said, you know, studies show that people who drink a little bit, they live longer than people who don't drink at all.
Because we're happier? I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, okay. Well,
what do you have next?
John L. might know. John seems like a very, very nice guy. I'm sure he's very happy. He writes, so this is in response to D-Day. So, you know, D-Day this year, I believe June 6th fell on a Saturday. And I think Friday was June 5th, perhaps?
I think so.
And again, so I covered the anniversary of the Normandy invasion. I've been to Normandy, reported from there. Like, we know that D-Day is June 6th, right?
Right.
Here, we often recognize June 5th as well because there is a time change. So in the evening of June 5th, it's already June 6th, right? So a lot of people sort of mark both days, which is why on June 5th, we talked about D-Day.
We did, because we wouldn't be here the next day, right?
Exactly, and which is why also, like any national newscast, including the NBC Nightly News, Lester Holt was anchoring from Normandy on June 5th, talking about D-Day on June 6th. Anyway, John took offense to the fact that we were talking about D-Day on June 5th, and he said, it's June 6th, you drunk idiots. Wow, John, that's pretty intense. And then he also thinks that all of my pranking is pretty irritating. He says pranking is harmless to you. Being the recipient of pranks isn't harmless.
Huh? What?
I mean,
like we can't joke
I
with
guess
each
it
other?
depends on the level of the prank. I mean, here at Channel 2, we like to jump out of boxes and scare people.
Yeah, there's lots of scaring. My kids prank me all the time.
Don't you love it?
Yeah.
I think pranks make life so exciting. They do.
They do. There was a giant spider I fold up all of our blankets and on our fireplace. I bought this fancy little, basket on Amazon, and it was rolled up in there, and I went to go get the blanket. There was a giant spider stuffed in there. So, I freaked out thinking it was a real spider. I didn't know if it was a spider or a cockroach. And then AJ's just sitting there watching the whole thing. That's a prank.
Yeah, it's
get mad.
Times. Well, don't send any fake spiders John's way. He'll be mad.
Yeah. Well, here's one for you. This is good. We always need more people on our staff. Qualified. Always looking for people, right?
Yeah.
Here's one. Since you apparently need a new audio engineer for Houston Life, I will volunteer.
Oh.
Bob M. sent that one in. I'm guessing maybe there was a problem with the mic, or maybe the mic went dead for some reason.
We have problems all the time. But,
yeah.
It's like the nature
Bob
of working.
doesn't like to roll with the punches. You know what I mean? Like, life's a bunch of peaks and valleys. Sometimes it doesn't go well, Gosh, I'm just always so shocked that people take time to write these things. I'm guessing their lives are really perfect.
Probably, right? Okay, Nikki J. Wow, I am not hearing. I never even saw this comment until right now. Legit, no one ever told me. Maybe the staff shielded me from this comment. This guy is a horrible host.
Oh, with a sad face emoji?
So I'm assuming she's talking about me. Wow, Nikki. Will you guys send me the link to this?
Wow.
I want to.
When does Nikki's TV show air? When does do we know when her show airs?
I don't know.
Oh, yeah, she doesn't have one.
Okay. Oh, man. Okay, so remember was this just yesterday we were talking about the idea of moving Halloween?
Halloween. Not our idea.
Not our idea, which we said on the show. So a petition has been started. Guys, do you know how many votes are on this petition yet? Does anyone know? Heather, do you know? It was over 100,000 as of yesterday, right? And the number continued to grow. So someone put the idea out there of changing the date of Halloween so it would be not on October 31st every year, but it would be the last Saturday of October. Memorial Day is always on the Monday in May. Labor Day is always first Monday. And Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday, right? So again, not our idea, not my petition. So a very nice woman. What was this woman's name? I think her name was Laura. Oh, Laura B. Oh, yeah, I clicked on her profile, but it was just a picture of a unicorn. and lots of cats. She loves animals. Laura loves animals.
Yes,
and
we
is
all
very
do.
devoted to animal causes and is very nice to animals. So after this Halloween debate we had on the show yesterday, can someone please educate Derek and all your uninformed viewers? That's you guys.
Ooh, picking on our viewers.
Our uninformed viewers about why Halloween is on the 31st. It's not just a random give kids candy day. I don't think we suggested it was. She continues, Halloween is the evening before the Christian holy days of All Hallows Day, also known as All Saints or Hallow Mass, on the 1st of November, and All Souls Day on the 2nd of November, thus giving the holiday on the 31st of October the full name of All Hallows Eve, meaning the evening before All Hallows Day.
Which we talked about.
What's next? Changing December 25th? Laura, again, this was not our idea. And the debate is happening online. I sort of felt like it's one of those petitions. It's probably going to go nowhere.
It's a talker.
It's a talker. It's interesting that people are talking about it. And you know what? Next time you're out there being nice to an animal, maybe you could be nice to humans as well. I don't know. Is that just revolutionary?
What's your problem Wednesday? There it is.
What's your problem Wednesday? You know what? Go out of your way to be nice to people, folks. It'll make you feel better.